Okay. Good morning, Heathlands, and welcome to week 32 of Heathlands at Home Extended Broadcast. This week so far we've had
Workout with Maria on Monday at 11:30.
Live with Helen Tuck was on Monday at 1 p.m. This week, making origami giraffes.
On Tuesday we had
Desert to Heal with Wendy at 10:30.
Followed by signing with Paula this week at 11.
Heathlands Quiz of the Week at 1 p.m. and we didn't win this time, but it was Daniel Edgar and Maria Pinnell from Green Bubble this time. So
well done to Daniel and Maria.
Well done, guys. Coming up today from Heathlands at Home.
On Facebook at 11 after us is Workout with Maria live.
Live lunch from 12 to 12:45 p.m.
Spiff's themed bingo at 1 from the Purple Bubble.
Today's theme is Dino Bingo.
If you want to watch the hilarity of Spiff pronouncing dino names, then join Spiff, us, the rest of the Purple Bubble at 1 today on Facebook.
Sorry, Spiff now. Coming up right now we have
a guest presenter with something to read you.
Lately we have been having a nature theme, with June being 30 Days Wild.
So what will we have today? Will it be nature themed? Let's find out.
Hello Heathlands at Home, it's Helen here and we've got another origami instruction for you today. So what we're making for this origami instruction are these lovely little fish. Now these are a nice simple fold to do, and all you need is a square of origami paper and a googly eye. So I'll just pause here and I'll write up what you need on the screen. And then what we'll do is we'll get started. So if I move my fish to one side and my googly eye, what we'll do is we'll make a start. So as I said, this is quite a simple fold to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold our paper in half along the diagonal. Going to make a nice crisp crease as always. So we fold it in half one way. I'm going to open it up again. And we're going to fold it in half the other way. So I'm guessing by now you'll have noticed that an awful lot of origami folds begin in this way. This is a very traditional form of starting an origami fold. So we're going to unfold that one again. Now this is where this one is a little bit different. We needed to put those diagonal folds in. Hope you can see that here, because we needed to know where our centre point was. And what we want to do is all four of our corners on our square of paper, we're going to fold those into the middle. So we're going to do it on each side, taking our points from each corner as I turn my work, taking this point up to the middle. And as I say, we're going to repeat this all the way around. So that's 2 done. I'm taking that bottom corner, folding it up towards the middle and making a nice crisp crease. So it almost looks like an envelope at this point, so we've got one more to do. Taking that point and making it meet the middle. Having done all that, we're going to unfold it again. So there's quite a bit of folding and unfolding in this instruction. So next what we want to do is we want to have the paper square onto us, and I hope you can see all the grid lines that we've got in our folds here now. So again, this centre point is going to be important, because what we want to do is this middle here we want to bring to the centre. So these 2 corners are going to come to the centre here, and we're going to do that again on all 4 sides. So we take the bottom nearest us and fold it up to the middle to make all those points meet. And then we're going to unfold it again. We're going to turn our work, and this bottom middle point is going to reach this centre point here. So fold it up, make sure it's nice and parallel, and unfold it again. So that's 2 done, 2 more to go. Again, turning our work, so we've always got the piece that we're working on facing us. We take the bottom edge and make it meet in the middle. Turn our work one last time and fold it up. So I'm going to unfold this now. Now that we've got all of these lines, folds in our piece of paper, what you want to do is to fold the 2 sides in over. So we've got an oblong now. And then from there, I want you to take these 2 points at the top, and I want you to pull them down and open towards you. And this is why we needed all these different lines folded into our paper. So you pull this up and it folds down like that, and then you're going to flatten the top down as well. Now I hope that made sense. So you're going to end up with something like a flat arrow. So I'll just show you one more time. We get these points, we pull them outwards and fold the top down. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, turning our work on the other side. So now you should have an elongated hexagon, a 6-sided shape. So working on the side facing us again, we're going to take the left hand bottom kind of point, and we're going to pull that down towards us, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So those 2 points come down over. So what we're doing here is we're forming the fish's tail. The next move you need to make is you need to make a fold along this line here. So from where this corner is down to the centre of this kind of diamond here. So we're going to fold that up over, and I hope you can see everything kind of meets in the middle here. When you've folded that up over, I want you to fold this back on itself. So I'm going to undo that so you can see it in repeat. In fact, I'll bring it a little closer. So we're going to fold this up over and then fold this back. So it's looking rather complicated right now. Then we're going to repeat the same on the other side. How did I do that again? Right, yeah. So fold that up. It kind of almost matches on one side, and then fold this tail piece back over itself. And I hope you can see that's started to form our tail. So I now want you to turn your work sideways, and it's starting to resemble very much our completed fish. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this point and turn it over itself like this, but we don't want it to exactly meet right in the centre. So if I bring this closer, I'll make the fold and I'll show you. We want to fold it down, but we want to leave a gap, and that gap means that we can see the difference between the tail and the fish's fins. So we're going to fold this side down as well, towards the middle, but not quite meeting in the middle. So we have a nice gap. And that should be, if we turn over our work, our completed fish. The only thing left to do is to take a googly eye, get rid of that rubbish, and make his face. And that is our completed origami fish. I will leave the visual instructions that will be included in our activity books at the end of this video. I hope you have fun making this one, and we'll see you again soon. Bye guys.
Awesome. So before we get back to the entire show, we would like to do some shout outs for the people who are watching this. We'd like to say thank you so much for watching to all the Heathlands bubbles that are watching out there, the orange bubble, the purple bubble, and the green bubble, and to Alan, I'm pretty sure he's watching this, and Michael Aiken, and everybody else out there, and even the folks that I have at home, my mum and Andrew Topless, and to my dad who would watch this in the future with his girl Anna. Thank you for watching, and hey!
Also, another quick shout out to the lovely Helen, the lovely Mark, and the lovely Eva who are watching from home. I hope you guys are doing well, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, we wish you all well. And speaking of Mark and Helen, as you've seen this week, today's activity
we've had a fish origami. What will they do next time? I wonder.
Still to come this week.
Jackie and Jamie with football stroke Sports Fanatics live social group on Thursday at 1:30. Will they mention the England versus Italy game? I wonder. Maybe not.
The US final. And also on Thursday we've had
Dancing to Heal with Wendy, the seated version.
Heathlands Book Club with Jeanette and Susan is on Thursday too.
On Friday, Tai Chi with Annette.
Which brings us to the main event of our Heathlands at Home broadcast.
The most popular part of the Heathlands at Home broadcast.
We have another brilliant new book to read to you.
Today's book is... Make sure I pronounce his name properly. Written by none other than David Williams, The Creatures Choir.
The Unbidden star, David Williams.
Wobble was a walrus who loved to wobble. She wobbled on the ice. Bom, bom. bom. She wobbled underwater. Blup, blup, blup. She wobbled all day and all night. Wobble's dream was to wobble all over the world and maybe one day even take part in the Great Big Animal Talent Show. There was just one teeny weeny problem. The sound she made was absolutely shocking. Whenever Wobble wobbled, Seal scampered. Bloop. Bears bolted. Woo. And Puffins pegged it. Wobble wobbled so loudly the ice sheet would shatter, plunging a huddle of walruses into the freezing cold sea. Icebergs would explode, pelting everyone with ice cubes. Bish, bash, bosh.
Ouch.
The huddle couldn't take it anymore. The biggest, fattest one bellowed, "No more warbling, Warble." But she pleaded, "No buts. When you wobble, it is awful. But wobbling makes me happy. Please can I wobble some more?" "No." The whole huddle joined in a chorus of no's, except one. Wobble's friend, the littlest walrus, stuck up for her. But Wobble loves to wobble. She lives to wobble. Wobble must wobble. No, no, no. Not wobbling made Wobble sad. One morning the sun was shining and Wobble just couldn't help herself. Wobble wobbled like never before. Bum, bum, bum. Wobble wobbled so loudly she caused an avalanche. Everybody was buried in deep, deep snow. The avalanche was the final straw. That night while Wobble was wobbling in her sleep, the huddle made their escape. "No one make a sound," hissed the biggest, fattest one. "Now follow me." "Where on earth are you going?" asked the littlest one. "As far away from Wobble as we can go. The Antarctic." "But, son," I said, "follow me." They all tip-flippered across the ice and one by one plopped into the water. Plop, 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 plop. The littlest one took a last look at his friend. "Never stop wobbling, Warble," before disappearing off into the inky sea. When Wobble woke up the next morning, she was all alone on the ice. "Hello?" she called out sorrowfully. "Is anybody there?" Silence. Now all she had to keep her company was her Wobble. So Wobble wobbled. Bum, bum, bum. Her wobble was heard miles away by a moose. He too was all alone, having been abandoned by his herd for his monstrous mooing. On hearing Wobble wobble, he began to moo. Moo, moo, moo. He galloped across the ice to find her. They sang their hearts out. Bum, bum, moo, moo, bum, bum, moo, 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 bum. This duet was heard miles away by another lonely creature. A snorting snow hare. "Oh my goodness, they sound even more horrendous than me," she snorted. The snow hare's thunderous snorts had sent her drove of hares fleeing. She bounced towards the pair to join them. Bum, moo, snort, they sang together. They were now a trio. But not for long. Soon many creatures joined them. That it was a choir. The creature choir. bark, moo, snort, boom, quack, hoot, roar, hee-haw, honk. The sound of the creature choir made was nothing short of atrocious. All animals were welcome. Wobble never ever said no to anybody, but their joy when they sang together was a thing of wonder. The smiles on their faces could light up all the dark. Just as Wobble had dreamed her choir began performing all over the world, they sang in forests where they toppled tall trees. Donk. They sang on mountain tops, triggering thunder and lightning. And they sang in deserts, starting sandstorms. Still, the choir grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The creature choir sang all around the world. Now Wobble thought they were ready for the great big animal talent show. This year it was happening in the Antarctic. On the day the choir arrived for the competition, all the creatures became nervous. They only sang for the joy of it, not because they thought they were the best. They knew they were the worst. So they looked on with trepidation as an elephant seal sang opera, and the king penguin delighted all the animals with a selection of show tunes. Finally, it was the creature choir's turn. Wobble calmed everyone's nerves by telling, "Don't worry about being good or bad, just sing and be happy." They all nodded and began. Bum, raw, moo, snort, bark, quack, hee-haw, hoot, honk, buzz, trumpet, chirp. The smiles on their faces delighted everyone, even if the noise they made was dreadful. So dreadful that the choir caused a colossal wave, which swept the audience off the ice. Sploosh! Among those clambering back on, Wobble spotted some familiar, if wet faces, her hurdle of walruses. When the creature choir finally finished their song, there was silence. Then the littlest walrus began clapping. Before all the walruses rose to their flippers and burst into wild applause. The whole crowd went wild. There was no question about it. The creature choir were the winners of the great big animal talent show. Hooray! We've missed you so much, missed you and your wobbling wobble, said the littlest one. I'm sorry we left you all alone, said the biggest, fattest one, a tear welling in his eye. Please can we join your creature choir? The whole hurdle smiled hopefully and all eyes turned to Wobble. Yes, she cried. Wobble's favourite word was spelled out in the sky by all the creatures. All the other walruses wobbled worse than Wobble. No matter. All that did matter was that they were happy. And there you have it.
And David Williams is a judge on Britain's Got Talent, whether we get an actual buzzer or the golden buzzer.
We're back again the same time next week with another awesome book to read you.
Have a great rest of your week and stay safe, stay happy, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.